Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome for the first time. My name is Tyler Lloyd, and in this video, I'm going to talk about the plans and projects I have for 2026. It's the new year. I hope your new year is going well thus far. We're only a few days in, but I am very excited for it. But before I dive into all of my plans for the next year, I want to take a moment just to reflect a little bit on the past year. And 2025 was a very interesting year. If you've been watching the channel, you know that I went to New York City to go be on a talk show because of a YouTube video that I made, which was an absolutely wild experience. I came home and dove straight into gardening projects, had a video takeoff that resulted in several offers for brand deals, started a project with Vago Gardens, and then I fell ill. Landed in the hospital, unable to walk and barely feed myself. Ended up having Guillain-Barré. Luckily, it was caught very quickly. I was given medication and recovered, but that was a wild experience. With that, having this garden, I was worried that I wasn't be able to have the garden. Thankfully, my dad, my father-in-law came, they helped, but I was very fortunate to recover very quickly from that illness and had a very good growing season. Lots of projects, experiments, and a very bountiful harvest. So if 2026 garden-wise is just as good as 2025, I'd be happy. Really, I'd be happy if it was just as good as 2025 minus the landing in the hospital. So all health things aside, I had a very good 2025, but I'm excited for the next year. So let's get into some of those projects. Of course, I'll be planting out this garden right here. This is the first garden I built on my property. Going to be adding in some low tunnels to keep beds under cover more. One, to start crops earlier, but also to have insect protection, and then shade cloth to protect my cold hardy crops as I'm trying to push them into the summer at the end of the summer as well. And then of course, planting out my other garden that I started the second year here, and then continuing to expand. This area right here was where our old septic system was. We had that decommissioned, crushed in, brought in dirt, leveled the area, and then planted a cover crop, which is looking great. But this year, I think this area is definitely going to be my peppers. I'll be putting peppers in here, some tomatoes, and then a few experiments that I'm excited to, one, just do to see the results, but also share with you all. So be on the lookout for those. What are your gardening plans? What are things that you definitely want to carry in this year that worked well for you, and things that you want to change up? Please share them with me. I want this to be kind of a two-way dialogue when I make these videos, because if I can help you and support you in any way, definitely with information that I have, that I've learned, I want to do so. So let me know what you're working on and what you're excited for. And then I'm going to continue to expand back on this part of my property. I've got this ditch right here that I've started that's going to help carry water off this hillside and redirect it, because I was having a little bit of flooding issues in my first garden. And then I'm going to move compost bins. I'm going to move those and actually kind of turn them and rebuild that and make them a little bit more robust. Finally build the third bay. When I started them, I always thought that I was going to do a 3-bay system, and then just never got around to that. And then up on this hill, this is where I've been doing my kind of native orchard. I've got American plums, pawpaws, persimmons, some elderberries, blackberries, raspberries, and I'm going to be adding in some blueberries. I've always wanted blueberries on this property. We're going into our 4th year, but I didn't know exactly where I wanted to place them because they are a commitment. They take a while to grow and get established, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to regret where I put them. Right here on this slope, nice and sandy. I'm gonna have to do some amending of the soil to bring the pH down a little bit and add some organic matter in there. But this is the area where those are gonna go. So I'm excited for that. I worked on a blueberry farm when I was in high school, so I've got a lot of experience picking blueberries and selling blueberries, but never actually really doing a lot of the work of raising them. I know it like in theory. It's one of those things like, yeah, I worked on a blueberry farm. I know a lot of things about blueberries, but I'm excited to actually put my knowledge into practice. So that's going to be an expansion there. Continuing over here to this area, I'm going to be putting in a high tunnel eventually right through here, hopefully this year. But before I do that, I'm going to apply for a farm number, so officially be listed and considered a farm, so I can have access to grants through NRCS, USDA, and I'm going to explore that, one, to just better acquaint myself with that process and make videos about that, to tell you all what you can do and how you can, register your property as a farm. It can even be a very small property. It doesn't have to be big, expansive plots of land, traditional farming. There are, resources for those backyard urban gardeners. You just have to, have your land registered. So I'm going to go through that process to share that all with you. But high tunnel right here eventually. So this area I'll be growing stuff, but stuff that's more temporary. And then over on that side, that's where I'm going to be building out my native plant nursery. This is a native plant nursery that I'm going to be starting very small scale, but to sell plants locally. So I'll be starting building that out right in here with shade cloth and some temporary structures. I've already been winter sowing my jugs to get a lot of stuff going. I've got stuff stratifying in the refrigerator. So I'm trying a few different ways to get plants growing, but excited to do that. So if you've ever wanted to sell plants and thought that you could do it as, a little hobby, very casually, maybe not go full time, I'm going to be trying to figure out all of that stuff myself. First, on the business side, I've created a few companies in the past, so I, in theory, know how to do all this stuff, but I'm probably going to make a video on that to navigate that stuff, because I think a lot of times people who want to get into something like this, they know the growing the plant part, but maybe they don't know the business side about how to think about pricing things and just business structure and bank accounts and taxes and all that stuff. We just like playing in the dirt. So I'll be navigating all of that and then hopefully making some content around that. So that is a lot of what's going on back here. Let me take you to my side yard. Our house, we don't have a garage. The garage was converted into a bedroom and a bathroom, but we have this space over here. So what we're going to do this year is remove a few trees that are leaning a little too close to our house, so they present some problems. Get this area all cleaned out, and then build a big giant garage, workshop, YouTube studio, maybe a plant starting room right here. I'm gonna probably put like the largest building that I can fit right in here. I'm tempted to go 2 stories, but we have a 1-story house, so it'd be weird if our garage was bigger than our house. But the garage is gonna be 1,000 square feet plus, next to our 1,500 square foot house. So big space, but will, one, allow us to park our one car in the garage and have that covered, build out some space for me to work, and also to start building out a woodworking shop because I got some wood that will become ready this year. Oh, and I know I just said we don't have a garage. This is technically my brother's building. My brother is my neighbor. But when we had a big storm a few years ago that took down several trees, turned into lumber. We had a portable sawmill come out. So I have pine, red cedar, hickory, maple. That's a beautifully spalted maple. So it had a fungal infection that created these very interesting veins. All of this has been sitting here and drying for a year and a half, but this September it'll be 2 years, so our 2-inch thick slabs should be air dried enough so I can start working on some projects with it. I could already use the cedar right now to do some outside things, so I've got some ideas for some cool benches with like live edges, the log thing, but I don't really have a good space to do a lot of that woodworking. This building kind of floods in some spots, so I don't really want to build out, start purchasing a lot of good woodworking tools and having this space be that area. And also it's a trek down the hill from my house. So having a space closer where I can work on home projects, which I got a lot of those. Got to finish doing trim work and replacing doors. I'm going to be doing built-ins in our daughter's closet. A lot of fun stuff inside. Probably won't make videos about it, but I got a lot of projects. I got a big running list of projects, and everything I said doesn't include all of them. because I got ideas for bat houses, wood duck houses for our pond. Then I gotta finish this rock wall that I started and figure out what to do with this pile of rocks. Maybe I'm biting off more than I can chew, but I've planned it all out month by month so I can tackle these things so it's just not overwhelming, because if I was to look at all the projects at once, I'd be paralyzed. So again, what are you working on? What are you excited about? I'm looking forward to 2026 to doing more work on my property, growing more plants, more food, more natives for myself and to sell and even give away. And I'm going to take you guys along on that journey. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's kind of just like an update, how I'm doing, what I'm thinking about, what I'm doing. Next video will be much more informational, information, stuff you can use. Until next time, my name is Tyler Lloyd. I wish you the very best. See you later. Bye.